I'm Cindy Forlenza Vough, and I'd like to introduce Nicholas and Jessica Vough, who will lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today, I have the honor of introducing my husband, Michael Thomas Vough, who is running for judge of the Luzerne County Court of Common Pleas. Mike will tell you about his experience, credentials, and his record, but I want to tell you about the background of the person that I know and love. Mike and I met in 7th grade. We have been together for 29 years and happily married for 22. We have 4 wonderful children, Nicholas and Jessica, who you have already met, and Michael and Matthew, who are away at college and couldn't be with us today. Mike and I have talked, thought, and prayed long and hard about the decision to run for judge. It wasn't an easy decision. There were many family and professional considerations. However, my husband's desire to serve the great people of Luzerne County in this most important capacity overshadowed everything else. Mike is one of the most understanding, loving, compassionate, and easygoing people that I have ever met. He's a family man, a man of integrity, a fair man, a man of high moral values, and a hard worker. He has the experience that it will take to make a loyal, responsible, fair, and honest judge. I believe that my husband is more than qualified and the right man to serve as judge in Luzerne County. As you hear more about him, I think you will feel the same way. Ladies and gentlemen, with much pride, my husband, my best friend, our next judge, Michael Thomas Vough.
Thank you so much. I don't know how to follow that. Whatever I say really doesn't matter. But I want to thank each and every one of you for being here this morning. On a snowy morning, we tried to work on the weather, but the weather cooperated a little bit, but I was very worried about the weather. But look at this crowd. I can't thank you all enough for being here. My wife is right. We thought long and hard about this decision. It was many nights thinking about what to do and what should we do. And I thought about a person that I really admire, Coach Krzyzewski from Duke University. And hearing him speak and reading all of his books, one story about that he said to us, we were down at Duke camp one time, and he gave a speech about decision making and what you should use to make those decisions, major decisions in your life. And he told a story about his mother. His mother was a janitor in an office building in Chicago. And on his first day of 9th grade, when he was going to high school for the first time, his mother said to him, "Son, make sure you get on the right bus." And he said, "Mom, I know how to get on the bus. I know how to get to school." And she said, "Not the right bus to get to school, but when you get to school, get on the right bus for life. Make sure you surround yourself with the right people. Make sure the right people are on your bus." And when I thought about that when I was making this decision, I said to myself, let's see who'll be on my bus. Let's see who I can put on my bus to help us with this decision and to help us get elected. So I went to the office, as I do every day at 7 in the morning, and I made a list. I made a list of the people I thought would be on my bus. And that made the decision for me. You made the decision for me. The people in this room made the decision. You're all on my bus. And I really appreciate the fact that you are. But we have to get more buses. And what we have to do is fill this courthouse with buses in May and in November, and then again in January when we're sworn in, and take those buses upstairs to the courtroom. When I thought about everybody's bus, and I thought, I have a lot of great people, and if they just fill their bus with their great friends and family, we can do this. We can run for election. I'm not a politician. I'm not someone that ever ran for election before. I'm a trial lawyer. That's what I do. That's what I'm trained to do. I'm not trained to be a politician. But in certain circumstances, you have to become a politician. And for this job, we will run. We will run hard. We will work hard. Most of you know me, how I work. We will work hard every day to reach our goal, which is to be elected a judge of the Court of Common Pleas. I've never asked for a vote before, but I've gotten some votes in my life that changed my life and enabled me to be where I am today. And one of the issues that I'm going to run on is family. Family is the most important thing to me. My wife and my children are the most important thing to me, but other people in my family are also important. And the reason family is important to me is the first 14 months of my life, I don't know if anyone knows this story, I didn't have a family. I was in an orphanage in California. That's where I was raised for the first 14 months of my life. And then 14 months old, two wonderful people walked in the door of the orphanage, Henry and Mary Vough, and they adopted me. They took me out of the orphanage and adopted me. My dad wanted to carry on the Vough name, so he wanted a son. So they picked me. They picked me out of a whole bunch of kids in an orphanage. So that's my first vote. That's the first vote I ever got, and obviously the most important vote of my life. They took me from Santa Barbara, California, which was a wonderful place, nice place if you've ever been there, but they took me to a place where I was formed, Avoca, Pennsylvania. Vough is in my blood. It will always be in my blood. What a great place to be raised. What a great place to grow up. When I would take the kids back to Avoca, we'd go to basketball games in Avoca, I'd say, roll the windows down, smell the air. We're in God's country, smell the air. Avoca will always be a part of me. My father was a construction worker. My mother worked in a dress factory. They had 8th grade educations. They weren't high school graduates. They weren't college graduates. They weren't attorneys. But they taught me how to work, and they taught me what to do and how to treat people. And to this day, I still treat people the way my family taught me how to treat people. The second vote that I ever received, and another most important vote, was my wife. My wife is the most caring person that I know, my best friend, the best person I know. She will do anything for you, as most of you know from dealing with her. She is, without a doubt, one of the best people in this world. This is probably the most important election ever in a judicial race in Luzerne County. Obviously, what's happened in this county has been an embarrassment to the legal community. It's been an embarrassment to the bench. But everyone in Luzerne County is not corrupt. Everyone in Luzerne County didn't take money or try and sell their soul for money. Trustworthiness, honesty, and integrity. That's what we need to build on this bench. And that's what I will bring to this bench. You all know me. You all know what I stand for. And I will not tolerate anything that's not right. Do what's right for the right reason. That's what we will do. That's our motto as a judge. Do what's right for the right reason. And we will do that. What separates me from everyone else is my experience. When you elect a judge of the Luzerne Court of Common Pleas, their job is to try cases. Their job is to adjudicate criminal matters, civil matters, domestic matters, try cases and resolve cases. Well, what is the best experience for trying cases and resolving cases? A trial lawyer. Someone that has stepped into a courtroom. Someone that has tried cases. Someone that has handled every type of legal matter that would appear in front of a judge. And that's me. I've handled every kind of legal matter you can think of. So civil matters, I can handle any civil matter that would ever come before me. 1992, I was appointed an assistant district attorney in Luzerne County. A very happy day in my life. Any kind of criminal matter, I've had it or I've done it. Jury trials, I have over 150 jury trials in the DA's office. Over 1,500 convictions of all kinds. Drugs, assaults, abuse of children, sexual abuse, DUI, 68 homicide convictions. I know it's the most in Luzerne County. It might be the most in the state. That's a sad number. It's a sad number because there's 68 families that lost a loved one. That I was involved in the prosecution of the person that took their loved one. And again, that's another satisfying issue when you are able to convict the person that took your loved one, and they come up to you and shake your hand at the end of the trial and say, I thank God that you were on our case. But on the bench, I can affect more cases and more people and help prevent crime, fight crime that I've been doing for 20 years. So what we're going to do is we're going to work like we always do. We're going to work hard. We're going to get up early, go to work. We're going to hook our buses together and try and drive that bus in May to the polls, get elected, drive it again in November to the polls, get elected, drive it here in January when we get sworn in. I cannot express enough gratitude for everyone in this room. You're my rock. You're my friends, my family, and I will do everything in my power. Everything in my power. I will never dishonor your names on those signs. And we will work hard, and we will get elected. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.